Right then, hello everyone and welcome back to Contractual DV's playthrough of Tabletop Tavern. And I decided to alter how fast I speak, because if you play it in 2 times speed, this should be more normal. I think so anyway. But yes, I'm now slower talking. Let's actually do this random unit, unless I want to get rid of this. Yeah, I will get rid of this, and then let's get Scavenge. This will be very useful. We have a lot of melee units, especially melee units that we have taken from the enemies, like this Mist Wraiths, which are ethereal, so you know they ignore terrain disadvantages, and I think they also have quite good defense. Yeah, they got 80 armor. No, they don't. They got 0 armor, but they got. I'm pretty sure there's some sort of ethereal thing on them, because it's surrounded by multiple bodies and could not be slowed by terrain. But there's something else in here, because these guys do quite well in fights, so I think that there's some other aspect to ethereal that I'm not getting right now. So let's begin this game. So I'm really looking forward to some basically to some updates that are coming in the future. Let's roll for initiative. Let's go. Hopefully I get a good number. Wow. I think this is the second time that I actually rolled well for initiative, so that is actually rather amazing, because that means I no longer have to, you know, guess where the enemies are going to be. I can just look over here. Oh look, there's the cannon, there's the other cannon, and I can just basically group myself in a way that actually allows me to counter the enemy's formation. Very nice. Now, something to keep in mind, obviously, is the fact that there are different stances for different units. For example, these shielded variants, they have a special defensive stance, which basically allows them to block an additional 50% damage that they take, but they also have 50% less melee. This is supposed to, hypothetically, increase the battle timer, but I'm going to be honest with you, it doesn't really work as intended, because of how quickly the battles are. If you do get, what's the word? If you do get surrounded, you will find out that it basically doesn't work as intended, because as it turns out, getting attacked from behind destroys your morale, and if your morale is destroyed, you basically can't fight anymore. That's the problem. But yeah, double fire on the archers. These guys are gone, I think. I think we're going to lose these guys. I prefer not to. I do like my cavalry, so if I can, I would basically prefer to like do anything other than letting them die. You're supposed to cycle charge them, but usually charging them in once and leaving them is fine for epic tier cavalry. That is a strategy that I use quite often. And let me know if I'm still talking too fast. I am trying to slow down my speech patterns so that I guess the video is more palatable in 2 times speed, which is how I know most people enjoy their YouTube videos. It's actually a YouTube statistic. I guess you could call it a sort of brain rot over here. Anyway, I'm looking forward to future updates of this game. I'm specifically looking forward to spellcasting. I really want to get spellcasting into this game. I feel like that'll be an absolute game changer. So yeah, as you can see, these uncommon goblin units are actually falling behind everyone else. Mainly the problem with these goblin units is the fact that they don't have Outrider, and even though they're large and they have quite good armor, they just don't seem to do quite well in frontline engagements. So claim bounty, recruit a unit. Let's see what we have here. Okay, that's a bit slow. I don't know why that was like that. So what can I do? I feel like I could merge these two, and then I could just get myself an Outrider unit again. There we go. Now, some of you probably wanted me to get another Brute, but the problem with the Brutes is that they're not anti-large, and what I'm really looking for is a unit that is actually anti-large. Let's merge these two because I want to get rid of them basically. And at the end of the last episode, what I didn't show is that I actually got a bunch of free stuff. Obviously we had the Illyrian Sentinels that we got just before the last battle in the town. That was quite a good drop. And then after the battle, I decided to conscript survivors, and what I actually got was these goblins. And basically, let's see, stalwart. I really want the cannons because they are armor piercing. And we got some stalwart heavy infantry. They are very rarity. I feel like I do have to pick these just because of their rarity. The rarity does change a lot of things, even if I do kind of want the, I guess, cannons for the armor piercing. Let's see, first gear pick in the shop is free. Generates double gold from interest. What's our current gold? 3, so that would be 6. Invulnerable to range damage. This is kind of useless, I guess, because a lot of my units will be like large, or they'll be raptor riders, so that doesn't really apply. The first gear pick is quite nice. I do want to use this now, so I will sell this. And I did prestige the brute, as you can see, tier 2 prestige, and I actually got an achievement for that. That is rather amazing. Let's get the shop item. That'll be very nice. Let's go for this village, the Iron Legion. They'll probably have some archers or something. That'll be interesting to fight. Okay, the garrison is manageable, so let's fight the garrison. If it was like cannons and things like that in here, I would not have fought. And also, there was an update recently. Right then, so there was an update recently that says that they fixed issues relating to not getting reserve healing during what's the word? Fixed reserve healing not occurring after raiding towns and villages. So we'll have to check that out now. We'll see how this goes. Obviously double fire, everyone else goes on this side. And yeah, basically charge in here, except for you. I don't want the cavalry dying, everyone else charge in here as well. And I haven't had archer fire problems so far, but you do have friendly fire in this game. Cannons are the worst offenders of friendly fire. If you use cannons for any decent amount of time, you will have noticed that your cannons do have a really bad habit of basically just kind of knocking back the enemies and your own units, which delays the battle and actually negatively affects you. Really important to know. Now, supposedly large units are supposed to have resistance to knockback. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't happen. I wonder if that's a new bug or if it's just the cavalry that doesn't have knockback resistance. That is something to bear in mind. Okay, those guys over there are in the battle. Let's actually move these guys forward slightly. There's only 3 units here that I need to worry about. Everyone else, let's go over here. So, and then everyone else has to charge into these guys. Yeah, these guys are routed almost immediately because of how large my army is. And how elite my units are. The brutes are gold, I guess. But this is actually quite good though, if you ask me. Yeah, I feel like I'm quite happy with how the gold rarity buffs are. That is a massive buff, 123 melee attack. Yeah, it's just amazing. It's definitely just amazing. I'm just surprised by how crazy the buffs are. And then let's enter town, let's loot, let's get some gear. Let's see how well this is. If it's good enough, I'll buy it. To the dice value. So this is good if you're going to go gambling. First gear pack or melee. I feel like the first gear pack has to go. Let's collect this. It'll be good for us if we go gambling. Let's go. Nope, I don't want anything out of here. Deposit gold. Do I want to do this? I'll deposit almost all of it except for 10 coins. That'll be good enough for me. And let's actually alter this. So it looks like it wasn't fixed after that raid. I did not get any healing on any of these guys, which is a bit unfortunate. Right, then let's go to the next battle. Roll initiative. And we lost that. Oof. I'm always disappointed by the initiative rolls. I know that the enemies are going to put the cavalry behind us. But I also kind of have to put units behind the enemies so I can actually, I guess, deal with them in an appropriate manner. These guys are anti-large. I feel like it'll be better if I just leave them behind. Charge everyone else forward. And these 2 units, they can stay behind and try to deal with the enemy. Cavalry. And, yep, always fire at will. Let's charge you in here. I'm actually disappointed. These guys... yeah, these guys are not going to have a fun time. Actually completely destroyed. Yeah, they're absolutely demolished enemies. Where is it? I need these guys to fire on these guys. And where's these guys? Let's try to run away. This is a bit awkward. So my race are losing as well. Yeah, just not going well. That's for sure. Now these are guess tier 2 prestige, so I don't know if you can actually go higher than that. But we'll definitely have to see. And I think I started talking fast again, so I better slow down again. As you could see, the gold prestige are definitely doing quite well. I definitely do believe that there are some buffs over here that definitely benefit us quite heavily. Over 70 defense of those guys. Yeah. Let's charge in here. These guys, they're killing the archers. The archers are no match for us. I really do hope I can get the enemy's cavalry after this, because they are, I think, are they common? No, they're rare. That's why I want them. Rare cavalry is definitely quite good. These guys took a lot of damage, but they still retain most of their units, so that's quite nice. I'm definitely a very chatty individual. I do like to talk quite a lot, so I definitely do need to slow down my talking speed. I think that'll be for the best. And we get a giant bloodcar nose, which is basically a T-Rex, armor piercing, terrifying large. There we go, that'll hopefully help us against any cannons that the enemies might have. And I'll take the Royal Cavalry, because I like to flank with my units, and that'll definitely help us. But this is where this sword comes in handy. How can I help you? Right then, I sold my first unit, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I do have this potion though. I'll use it on the cavalry so that I can use it immediately. And then I guess I'll just purchase a potion. Goodbye. And let's continue. Random event over here. And yeah, this is Act 2. Supposedly, this should increase our dice rolls because of the book. And we lost. I'm just gonna, you know, just gonna sell this major health potion. I don't need the major health potion right now. I'm disappointed in my dice rolls, that's why I am. Yeah, these are all common, so we can definitely fight this garrison. Now let's do something sensible. Previously I've just been launching whatever units I have into the enemies. Now that might not be the best use of our units. So let's actually try to organize slightly. Because some of these units are a lot rarer than others, and apparently the hatch towers over here don't seem to discriminate all that much against which unit they obliterate. It is raining, so it reduces accuracy, but it does not reduce range like the fog does. That is very important to know the difference. Yeah, I only attack from two sides. I don't attack from what's the word? I don't attack from the middle. Although it might be good to attack from the middle, then you can split the forces up to two different sides. These guys are getting absolutely battered by the gates. That's very painful, that's for sure. And let's see. Let's have them fire over the wall. Actually, you take a step back. Might actually heal you later on. And you, I think you're better off just firing off into there. How's this side? This side actually broke through quite well because most of the attacks were tanked by the gold tier prestige units. These guys over here, these guys. So these are the 1 prestige units. They're okay, I think. Not the best, not the worst. You know, you have to. No, where's these? You have to finish this off. Yeah, let's finish these guys off. And there's some archers that need to be dealt with. Let's see if the Minotaurs can run through. Yeah, you can. Let's go. So, yeah, I think that's how the enemy's routed. This is quite a fast game, that's for sure. All these battles just kind of run through really quickly. I am quite happy about this though. It kind of prevents you from getting bored of the fighting. Always fun to watch the enemies get launched up. Okay, right then, so let's send to town and let's raid 10 gold loot gear. And this is uncommon. Choose survivors. Okay, this is really nice. This should actually be like a rare item. That's how good it is in my opinion. Okay, Huskarls. I'll take the Huskarls. Definitely do quite well to replace my dinosaurs that got injured during the fighting. Deposit some gold. Plus 4 gold. Always nice. Let's go to the next battle. I do have a 100% healing potion on no standby in case someone gets overly injured. Now, I think I'm going to lose this again. I did. Yeah, the initiative rolls are not in my favour. I've had really poor initiative rolls so far. So, let's do this. All these guys over here. And the guys with Outrider in the back. These guys have Outrider. Not these guys, okay. That's why. I was wondering why they were not behind us last time. Looks like they don't have Outrider, but these guys... No, they do not. So, the human cavalry doesn't have Outrider. It's only us that have it. Okay. That would explain some things. These guys do additional damage when they're backstabbing, so... we should do this. Yeah. Just gonna leave these guys here. Call it a day. And this is a buff for the enemies, so that's why I don't really want to do that. Alright then. Let's try to engage the enemies over here. Let's get the archer to fire on these guys. And then I want you to actually move through. And I want you to charge into the back of them. And I actually want these guys to continue on. So with these guys. And yeah, I think this will work quite well. Because the whole point of this is to basically slow down the enemy's advance. I don't know if I'm flanking these guys yet. Hopefully I am. Because I got the dinosaur on one side, I got Huskarls, and then I guess the armored warriors on the other side. Okay, these guys are taking too much damage. I need to retreat. Oh, they died. That's not good. That's definitely not good. Let's try to charge into the archers. You guys, you actually charge into the enemy horse cavalry. Let's charge in here. So dinosaurs do quite well here. Let's hope that basically she needs you guys to like, charge in. Okay. Ooh, chomp, 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 chomp. Now this guy is anti-armor, so he's going to do quite well against these swords and other armored infantry units. Can you hear the sounds of battle? This is absolutely amazing. Where's the Huskarls? The Huskarls are over here. Let's charge everyone into here. Let's also do it with these guys. I'm surprised that these tier 1ers and them are actually winning against the enemy gunners. They are rare units, so they do have better stats on their side, but I guess that because they are an archer unit, they just destroy everyone from range rather than up close necessarily. Forgot about my cavalry, kind of left them on the sides. But yeah, I'm going to take a lot of damage in this battle. That's something that I'm going to have to deal with later on. After the battle. Yeah, unfortunately I lost my cavalry. That is something that I'm going to have to deal with later on. Let's see if I can conscript a good unit. Let's see, I think I need more front lines here. So this guy goes back into healing. This guy comes out of healing. Let's see what we can conscript over here. So these guys start off at full health as well. The the handgunners are really nice, I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking about basically getting rid of these guys. Or maybe one of the archers. Yeah, I'll get rid of the tier 1 prestige kobolds. I don't need them anymore. Let's go to the next battle. Hopefully this works out for us. And yeah, this is quite a nice battle. I think we can win this. The enemies will not have any type of units that can attack from behind, and we can just fully charge forward. Okay, it's the dreadful roll for initiative, and oh wow, I'm shocked. That was actually shocking for me because I finally won the initiative roll. Because believe it or not, the initiative roll has not been going in my favour for like the past, I don't know how many rounds. It's just been awful, absolutely unbearable. Always double fire, or fire well as they call it, but I like to call it double fire. Probably doesn't make any sense, but that is what it is. Let's do it on the side. This dinosaur can come and support the Huskals, because on the other side we're going to have the Prestige 2 unit. And let's just advance everyone forward immediately. First of all, let's see. When we get close enough, that's when I'll start ordering people on what to do. But really, I want everyone to focus fire on these guys. Cavalry can go around the side. Charge in here. Charge in there. Wow, these guys are really slow. That's not good. I think it's actually the weather that's affecting our speed. Is that a real thing? I don't think that's written anywhere. Well, I think it is the weather that's affecting our speed. The cannons are targeting our kobold archers. I'm not too bothered about that. I don't really care about the kobold archers. They're totally useless to me. No, you got to attack me. I'm gonna lose these guys again. Oh, they've routed, that's fine. I'd rather them rout than them die. He's gonna have to go into the cavalry. And then we have these guys, which are charging in from behind. As you can see, the raptors, I like the dire raptors, but they got little kobolds on top. Oh well, lizardmen, I guess. I guess they're not little either, considering they're the size of like a full man. Not exactly dwarf-sized, are they? But the models are really, really nicely detailed in all the right ways. Stylized detailing. Very, very beautiful. There you go, very nice. I guess do be sure to let me know if you want to see more, I guess, viewpoints. Oh yes, Stego Plate Guard. I had these guys when I played as the vampire, as the vampires, yeah. I had these guys and they were very nice units to have, that's for sure. Just the whole aspect of having a unit that can just stand and hold its ground because it has a ton of armor, 105 armor, is actually almost the same as the humans. But their leadership, actually, yeah, they're just slightly worse than the humans. But they have Stalwart, I guess, which is a difference. Immune to terror. Yeah, I guess that gives them a lot more staying power. And we got some more gunners over here. What do I think? I think I actually get rid of these guys. Disband one of these guys and just get an elite regiment of soldiers. The statistics are the same between these two, so it doesn't really matter all that much if you ask me. Let's go into the city, let's open up some packs, get rid of some of these commons. Yeah, I don't really like fighting the final garrison because look at these guys. In a choke point scenario, they're just going to destroy us. Let's enter town. Ooh, I can't afford recruiting units. That is a shame. Some of my units did get healed up. I do think I get rid of these common. I think that is the play here. Get rid of the common archers and replace them with uncommon red horns. Let's deposit all my gold for future battles. And basically, yeah, let's leave and go to the final battle. And people, if you did actually get this far into the game, don't forget to leave a like. That will definitely be greatly appreciated by me. Like and maybe a comment down below. Subscribe if you definitely think that my content is worth it, because subscribes are supposed to be earned. because if you don't watch further videos, then the subscribe button is worthless. But the like definitely does go a long way, especially a comment. For those of you new here, I should say that you never want to auto-resolve the horde battles because that's an instantaneous loss. I do like to preface that a lot before I play an act. Just generally a good habit to have. Don't auto-resolve the final battle. You will lose no matter what type of army you have. I have yet to witness winning auto-resolve battle with this type of thing, and yeah, just don't do it. Not worth it. I do have to start these guys off at the back. Yeah, let's put these guys in the back. This will heavily hamper my ranged abilities, which is a bit unfortunate, but we'll definitely live without it. The enemies are also hampered, so I'm not too bothered about that. It actually takes them a while to start moving. I don't think they'll start moving towards my units unless I give it an attack order. That's probably because they try to shoot it with cannons. That's fine though. I prefer them to shoot these units with cannons than anything else. Okay, and yeah, let's try to break through the frontal defenses first. I think that'll be the play here.
Let's give him hell.
Focus on these rear units.
Let's do this.
Focus on the rear units. Let's charge in here. Try to get rid of the cannons. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Now these guys, they should do quite well against everyone basically. I do want to charge these guys into the back here, because they're charging us in the back and I want to charge them in the back. Do that. These guys, I'll continue attacking those guys in the back. So basically I've noticed that the uncommon cavalry has a bit of a trouble routing enemies. But I feel like that's all cavalry's problems in this game. What's happening over here? Getting charged in behind. You actually, I want you to come back. And I want you to hold that off. I actually want you to... Oh, those elite guard absolutely destroyed the enemy cavalry. It wasn't even close. Yeah, that's fine. They exhausted their ammo, but the game's over. And yeah, that's why I tell you to always put fire at will. It's not worth it to hold in the ammo. And let me know if you want more cinematic shots. I haven't really been able to do that because of how quick the battles are. But yeah, do be sure. Do be sure to let me know, that's for sure. And wow, we do get a rare unit recruitment over here, which I'm quite happy about. Let's see, the Black Dragon. I really like the Black Dragon because it actually has a horde. Dragon's Horde generates 3 gold at the end of every single turn, so it's just a money generator, and it's quite a valuable unit. It's yeah, terrifying large. It's just your classic large unit. I'm going to replace the Huskarls with the I guess Red Horns for now. Let's see if I can conscript an enemy unit. Oh, we got a rare unit, Ashen Guard, stalwart, unstoppable, armored. Wow. As much as I want the cavalry doesn't have a, I guess, outrider, which really diminishes their value in my opinion, because my large units already have armor piercing, so I don't really need a large, basically this guy. So I'm just going to pick these guys. I'm going to get rid of the Huskarls. They're damaged more. I'm going to pick the Ashen Guard, and I'm going to immediately replace these Red Horns with the Ashen Guard. That is how I want to play this. I'm going to keep in the Raptor Riders because they got Outrider. And let's go to the next act. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye. Thank you very much for watching my video.